Oh, it's recording? Oh, okay. By a show of hands, how many of you guys know what queer is? By a show of hands, how many of you guys use the word queer? Okay, that's cool. Alright, well today I will present to you guys queer theory. Many of us I grew up saying the word queer. Around middle school, it became cool, modern. Everyone used it as a synonym to gay. And in reality, we had no idea what it meant. So today I will inform you about what queer theory actually means. And then queer theory seeks to provide an approach to those who lie upon the idea that one considers normal. Today I will talk about some basic history on queer theory, how the lesbian, gay, transgender, and queer community adapt to queer theory, and examples that portray queer theory. Okay, so some basic history on queer theory. Teresa de Alexi is credited for the term. She had a conference back in the 1990s that she titled Queer Theory, and because she titled it Queer Theory because she wanted to disrupt the lesbian and gay studies, she just wanted people to be more aware of it. And then also Eva Sedgwick and Judith Butler are others who helped develop the idea of queer theory with literary texts and books. Okay, so some of you guys probably wonder, what is queer theory? So, an American theorist, David Halpern, described queer theory as whatever is at odds with the normal, the legitimate, and the dominant. Okay, an example, I'm going to give you a little scenario so you guys have a better understanding. So, let's say a married couple, right? A man and a woman. And they get married, and they're married, but they have no kids. No kids. They can be considered queer because usually you see a married couple that have kids or one or two or something like that, but they don't. It's just them two. So they're breaking what society labels as normal. Who can identify with queer theory? The LGBT community identifies the most with queer theory because they don't follow what society portrays or thinks normal is, right? It's gay. It's a guy, or lesbian, girl, or transgender, right? Yet anyone who does not fit into what society portrays ideal can be considered queer. A scholarly article titled Queer Development, published in the year 2000, stated, "Queer has moved beyond challenging sexual norms to present a border challenge to other norms." Which just means that you don't have to be part of the LGBT community to be considered queer. Okay, transition. Now that I have talked about what queer theory means and who can identify with the queer theory, let's take a closer look at the LGBT community and how they adapted to queer theory. Obviously, they're adapted to queer theory because they do not fit into what society considers normal. And then back in the 1940s, Alfred Kinsey asked people to be honest about their sexuality, attractions, their fantasies, and romantic attractions. He discovered that it's rare for a person to solely be homo or heterosexual. Okay, years later, the Stonewall riots occurred in June 28, 1969. Men dressed up as women went to a New York City bar, and then obviously back in that time that wasn't okay. It wasn't normal. People weren't open to it compared to how it is somewhat now. So then officers showed up and launched a raid. Some refused to listen, and some left. Those who refused to listen rallied up around 2,000 people and started throwing pennies, beer bottles, trash cans. And that riot lasted around 6 days, and that created a huge change for the LGBT community because they were no longer seen as like criminals or mentally ill people. So they were kind of more accepted, but not as like how they are now. Okay, so queer theory today. Queer, according to the HuffPost Live, an online blog, a City University professor of New York, Hunter, stated that queer theory turned into an umbrella term, which can go back to the example that I gave you about the dad and the guy and the woman that were married. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to only be the LGBT community. Queer is a verb, a set of actions rather than a stable identity. Okay, now I'm going to talk about some examples outside of the LGBT community. Do any of you guys know who these are? Okay, well, I'm going to start off with Brian Boateng, a former figure skater who won the 1988 Olympic gold medal. Okay, he is gay, and he did not come out intentionally. It was like not prepared. He was not going to, but he came out because he came out after he was chosen to be part of the USA delegation by President Obama last month. It's strange because he didn't come out until after he was like accepted to the US delegation. And this is Michael Sam. Okay, and he is one of the top of the NFL draft. And he also came out as gay. And it's strange because, like, when you think of a football player, like, what do you think? Manly, right? And he's gay. And when you think of a gay guy, what do you think? Right? So that can be considered queer. But now to conclude my speech, I hope that after everything I mentioned, you all have a better understanding of queer theory. Today I informed you on some queer theory history, as well as how the LGBT community relates to queer theory. And finally, I gave you some examples outside of the LGBT community. Now to conclude it. Is this queer? Thank you.